Sorry I gave everyone a seizure with my last video. I was like, but I got a tripod now, so fix one problem at a time. So I just watched Inside Llewyn Davis, and it's a very good movie. It came out a year ago, so I'm spoiled everything. So tough luck. And it was considered an Oscar snub. Everyone's like, oh, why wasn't this nominated for Best Picture? Why wasn't Oscar Wilde nominated for Best Actor? And I agree with him. I mean, I don't think it was amazing. It's a great movie off the bat, but it's a very Oscar-y type movie, which is weird. It's about Llewyn Davis, who's a folk singer, and he's kind of down on his luck, and can't really find. No one really wants to hire him, and he's kind of homeless, so he's sleeping in other people's apartments and places. And it's just a little snippet of his life. The movie doesn't have a lot of closure, so if you don't like that, you might not like the movie. Movie doesn't have. It does have a lot of because he's a singer. It's not really a musical in the sense that every note is sung, or that like in Sweeney Todd, where what they're doing is in song. Like it's like a real life type song. So there's a lot of songs in it, and they're all kind of folk type thing. And I enjoyed them. I thought they were really well written, and maybe I'll think about buying the soundtrack. Like Justin Timberlake's in it, so he's pretty good at that. So yeah, it's directed by the Coen Brothers. Stars Oscar Wilde, Carey Mulligan, and John Goodman. Carey Mulligan, she plays Jean. She's like his ex-girlfriend. She really hates him. And it's really entertaining to watch, just them bicker and kind of fight about nothing, but still end up meeting each other frequently throughout the movie. And John Goodman plays Roland Turner, who is like almost a mobster. Like he has a guy that drives him around, and he's got like a cane and he holds it like this, and he's all like, Mr. Davis, and he's awesome. I love John Goodman's really, really good. So yeah, this movie's definitely not for everyone. Like I said, there's it's not a lot of closure. It's not really a complete film, but it's very good. It's the Coen Brothers. Coen Brothers usually make good stuff. True Grit was great. No Country for Old Men actually won Best Picture, and The Big Lebowski is a cult classic that you all should see. And yeah, it's a great movie. So at the beginning of the film, like Llewyn Davis, he's like, it starts out. Oh, it opens with him like playing a song, and some people clap. Then he goes up the back alley, and this guy beats him up, and you're like, oh, poor guy, and you feel so bad for him. Then you find out later that the guy that beat him up was the husband of an old lady who played in the same bar that Llewyn plays at, and Llewyn Davis was drunk, and he was like yelling at her and being really rude and terrible, and you're like, you totally deserve that. Like, I don't feel bad for you anymore. And that was kind of cool. It was a nice touch to the movie. Like, you don't entirely... Because Llewyn is kind of a dick. I mean, he's not a dick in the malicious sense where he really wants to, like, hurt people's feelings. He's just kind of, like, openly honest and apathetic. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. And you kind of feel for him, and it's kind of sad. And you're like, oh, I mean, he's been through a lot, and he has his allotment of being a dick, and you kind of feel bad for him. So yeah, there's a cat that comes up a few times. It's not even the same cat, because Llewyn thinks it's the same cat, but because he loses the people whose apartment he stays at, he loses their cat, he lets it out the door, and he's like, ah! And then he tries to go find it. Then he finds a different cat later, and then brings the same people, like, this is a different cat. And then he hits the third cat with his car, like at the end of the movie, and he's like crying because he's remembering the cat, and he's like, oh, and you're like, Llewyn Davis. So yeah, Oscar Wilde gives a really good performance. So yeah, that's about it. It's a great movie. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty much the definition of an 8. It's great. It's not amazing. It's not awesome, but definitely worth the I think like 2 hours, maybe hour 40 minutes that it is. And if you like the Coen Brothers movies, you'll definitely like this because it's a lot like that. So thanks. See you later.